Good afternoon. This is Pepper Pierce, and here are your top stories today. General Motors and the United Auto Workers Union reached a tentative agreement, following Stellantis and Ford to all reach tentative deals with the automakers. If the deals get ratified, the 6-week-long strikes will come to an end, and the billions of dollars of lost revenue and profit can start to be earned back. These were the longest strikes against automakers in over 25 years. Around 50,000 union members at one point participated in strikes against GM, Ford, and Stellantis. The strike was so monumental that the President of the United States came down to strike with the workers, which was seen as controversial. The deals come as labor activity is high across the U.S., including a massive Kaiser healthcare workers strike and a Hollywood union strike. Moving to more serious news, Israeli forces have continued their military operations in Gaza, pushing deeper into the territory according to reports. Troops have advanced over 2 miles into Gaza on 2 fronts near the cities of Khan Yunis and Gaza City. Video footage showed Israeli soldiers placing a flag on a rooftop in Gaza, providing evidence of the advances. The IDF said it exchanged fire with Hamas militants as troops struck sites containing fighters. Artillery fire and airstrikes from Israel into northern Gaza have supported the ongoing troop movements on the ground. While Israel announced it would intensify its ground operations and enter a second stage of the conflict, the articles do not explicitly state the troop advances mark the start of the planned, broader invasion. However, details of forces pushing multiple miles into the territory on 2 fronts near major cities raises the possibility these movements could signal the initial stages or preliminary operations preceding a full-scale ground operation. So good news and not so good news so far, depending on how you look at things today. What do we have left to cover today? In Tokyo, Japan, the busy Shibuya district typically sees huge Halloween crowds at its iconic Scramble Crossing intersection. However, officials this year erected protective walls and screens with warnings, deployed many additional police officers to the area, and implemented traffic barriers and crowd control measures in anticipation of large numbers of spooky Halloween celebrators. It might not be a big deal to us in the States, however. Recent deadly crowd crushes, such as the tragedy in Seoul last year, highlighted serious risks from uncontrolled large gatherings. This served as a sobering reminder for Japanese authorities given their national cultural values that emphasize social harmony. These precautions underscored the highly unusual and serious nature of the memory of the recent disaster. Meanwhile, in Osaka, another large Japanese city, efforts focused more on encouraging alcohol-free family events and thinning crowds through anti-drinking signs, with the same goal of maintaining control and order over the crowd through the holiday. These are your top stories today on Volt News Network. Only the most important stories every day from all over the world. Stick with us here on Volt News. Have a great rest of your day.